Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the party pen. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, I don't know. Oh, it's called God Said, uh, wrong one. God said, because they did not fucking say that. This is God's artificial biography, Das Bible, as read by yours truly.
The Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. Clip for me, I clip for you. Yeah, red button this time. Yeah. We are on book 2 of this trilogy. Wait a minute. We are on book 2 of this trilogy called Jesus. I don't know that guy. But we are, well, we are becoming acquainted with that guy through the story of director, journalist, Dr. Luke. Yeah, it's good time. So, I want to welcome everybody. I want to tell you, uh, well, actually, I can't tell you, but I'll be able to in just a minute because we got Jesus spaceship and we got Jesus spaceship and he's waiting for us and here we come. Yeah, just like that. He's coming. Oh, there he is, right there. Jesus in his spaceship. So let's get ready to rumble. Rumbling is ready. See, what are they doing? What are they doing? No one knows. We're just okay. There's Jesus in a spaceship. There's us right there. We are coming. Oh, things are happening. Bam. Yeah. Hey, you know what? We need to change this. Okay. Now that we changed that, we can put it back like that. Now we have good time. So we're hanging out in our living room reading a book. Jesus. Okay. Actually, we're not in our living room anymore. Ooh, I almost just spilled my coffee. Okay. So we are joining Jesus on the third leg of his shit talking tour slash wellness clinic. So let's get ready to fumble because fumbling will happen. Here we go. Now, it came to pass that he went through every city and village, preaching and bringing glad tidings of the kingdom of God. So he's not teaching the law, he's teaching about heaven. And you know, the law is against everything Jesus taught, by the way. So when people talk about history and what the history was and why they're using the word magic that they used was how they were preaching Jesus. Even though they were teaching the law, they just used the name Jesus to um, legitimize their bullshit that they were teaching, which was the law, by the way. I just I just want to say that. And they weren't killed for Jesus' sake. No. They were killed because they went in the villages and stirred everybody up and got everybody in an uproar. So really they were killed for disturbing the peace. Because that's what these people do. Anyway, enough of that. Now let's read what Doctor, Director, Journalist Luke says, who is so smart but got the story wrong. I don't know. Oh, wow. Oh, we are in chapter 8. Okay, chapter 8. Now it came to pass afterward that he went through every city and village, preaching and bringing glad tidings of the kingdom of God, and the 12 with him, and a certain woman who had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene, out of whom he had come 7 demons, out of whom had come 7 demons, and Joanna, the wife of Chuza, Herod's steward, and Suanna, and many others who provided from them for him from their substance. And when a great multitude gathered, and they had come to him from every city, he spoke this riddle. Dun, dun, dun. What'd he say? A sower went out to sow seed. As he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trampled down. And the birds of the air came down and devoured it. Some fell on rock, and as soon as it sprung up, it withered away because it lacked moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns choked it. Others fell on good ground, sprang up, and yielded a crop of 100-fold. Then he, then he had said these things, he cried, "He who has ears, let him hear." Then his disciples asked him, saying, "So, what exactly are you saying? Because we don't exactly know what you're saying. So, could you tell us? You know, because we're not smart, because we're fishermen. We're not smart. So, could you tell us?" He said, "To you it has been given to know the mysteries of God, but to the rest it is given in parables, seeing that they might not see, and hearing they might not understand." But here's what this means: the seed is the word of God, right? And those by the wayside are the ones who hear, and then evil comes and takes it away. But those on the rock are those who, when they hear, receive it with joy, and these have no root, who believe for a while, and then when shit happens, they're like, "Oh, fuck that." Now, the ones that fell among the thorns are those who, when they heard, are choked with cares, riches, and pleasures, and bring forth no fruit to maturity. But the ones that fell on the good ground are those who, having heard the word, with a noble and good heart, keep it and bear fruit with patience. No one. So here's some more of the Sermon on the Mount. Okay. See what I'm saying? Journalist, doctor, director Luke, who's so fucking smart, puts it in sensationalism terms. He chops things up and puts them where he wants them. He doesn't tell the whole story. Well, he tells the story, but in the way that it would be written in a movie, because some of the scenes are too long. So, put things where you think they should go. Even though it's not how Jesus said it, but how do we know, right? How do we know? But the Sermon on the Mount is quite famous. So, whatever. But here we go. No one, when he has a lit lamp, covers it with a vessel or puts it under a bed, but they set it on a lampstand, that those who enter may see the light. Okay. So you put a light in a room that is dark. You don't have lights in a room full of lights because that's completely useless. But whatever. For nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known and come to light. Therefore, take heed how you hear. For whoever has, to him more will be given. And whosoever does not have, even what he seems to have will be taken from him. Okay, here we go. Then his mothers and brothers came to him and could not approach. And it was told to him, your mothers and brothers. And he said, my brother and my mother and my brothers are those who hear the word of God and do it. I don't know them because they don't do what God said to do. I don't know them. Jesus denied them again. And why doesn't anybody notice that? Jesus shits on his mom and brothers constantly. And I don't know. Now, it happened on a certain day that he got into a boat with his disciples, and he said, let's go to the other side. And they launched out. But as they sailed, he fell asleep, and a windstorm came down on the lake, and they were filling with water. And they were in jeopardy. And they came to Jesus and woke him, saying, oh my God, get up, we're about to die, and only you can save us because of Jesus. Yeah. Like we're asking you to help us, but, like throw out some water out of the boat, something. And Jesus farted on him and rolled over and went back to sleep. And they were like, oh my God, please get up. Please. And then Jesus was like, you motherfuckers. You suck. So Jesus got up And he rebuked the wind and the raging of the water, and they ceased, and there was calm. But he was like, you guys could have prayed. No, you guys could have prayed, and everything would have been fine. But you rely on me. Although I think that's the point of me. You're supposed to rely on me. So you guys were kind of right, but you should have prayed. General Piggy. Well, actually, I only recently just put pants on. So I'm actually wearing pants. And I dressed up because remember the other day I thought I might go viral at some time. Maybe I should dress better. So I thought about it. But it turns out I really just want to wear my robe. I'm not going anywhere. What's the point of putting clothes on? But I put clothes on. Doesn't it look nice? Don't it look way too fancy for my own britches? I do. But look, I put pants on. See, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're like old 70s pants, big bell bottoms. And I have a fluffy pink pirate shirt. So I feel like a 70s pirate. See, I look so nice. So, do I look nice at least? I want to go viral. I'm just kidding. With the shit I say, you never gonna know why I went viral. But it would be probably something crazy. I am all dressed up with no place to go. But actually, I'm on this tour with Jesus right now. We're all on this tour, so maybe we should dress nice for Jesus. I'm just making shit up. I don't even know why I'm dressed nice. Because I don't have any sweatpants clean. That's why. I don't have all my nice clothes are the only ones that are clean. Believe me, you don't want to see me naked. I'm actually quite hideous. Yeah. I'm very uneven, very lumpy. Yeah. I'm not a beautiful person naked. Actually. Yeah, no, I'm not attractive at all. Only my face is attractive. Yep. Dustin always tells me to quit saying that because he's like, it's not true. It's like, oh my God, it's so true. Have you ever seen me naked? I don't know, but we got to get back to this tour. Fucking lie then. I I am your imagination of me is highly attractive. Is that a nice thing to say? The me in your head is beautiful. I have very low self-esteem. Yeah, and also very low self-worth. But I'm beautiful on camera, and that's all that matters. But we got to get back to reading. And Jesus is like, you guys suck. And they were afraid and marveled, saying to one another, who can this be? For he commands even the winds and water, and they obey him. You literally just asked him to do that. Why would you? Why would you wonder about it? Why? How he did that? You literally just asked him for help. But okay, motherfuckers. Then they sailed to the country of Gerber baby food, which was opposite Galilee. And when he had stepped out on the land, there met him a certain man from the city who had demons for a long time. Yeah, it's something. I am something. I am amazing. Yeah. Okay. I'm mostly just kidding, but we gotta get we gotta get to reading. Okay. Okay. There came to him a certain man from the city who had demons for a long time, and he wore no clothes, and he was on camera with no pants. Okay. Nor did he live in a house, but in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and did the face thing and said,
"What have we to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me. For
okay, damn it. When he saw, for he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. For often it seized him, and he was kept under guard, bound with chains and shackles, and he broke them and was driven by a demon into the wilderness. And then Jesus was like, "Do you have a name?" And he said,
my name is Legion, because I am many demons. So, listen, I want to make a deal with you real quick. Okay. So there's some piggly wigglies over there. There's a piggy. Yeah, we want to go there. Can we do that?
and Jesus was like, "Okay, go ahead." Then the demons went out and entered the swine, and the herd ran violently down the steep place into the lake and drowned themselves. And then the people that were there went and fled and told everybody. They were like, "Oh my God, you should have seen this. All the pigs are dead." And that was a lot of money. So the people came to Jesus and was like, "We know who you are, and we appreciate your tour. Like, it does a lot of good things and stuff. And it stimulates the economy. Yeah, it's good time. However, you just cost us more money than your tour could ever make. So you need to leave before we unsubscribe you from your own dad's YouTube. So, yeah, you need to do that." Okay, so, and they asked him, so Jesus got in the boat and went back. Now, the man from whom the demons had departed was like, "Could I go with you?" And Jesus is like, "You need to go home. Like, you need some making up to do and keep your mind strong or they're coming back, you know?" Go home. And he went away and proclaimed throughout the whole city everything Jesus did. So it was when Jesus returned, the multitude welcomed him because they were waiting for him. And then there came a man named Jairus. He was a ruler of the synagogue who didn't bother to help save Jesus, by the way. And he did the face thing and said, "Come here, because I only have one daughter, and she is about to die." And then he went, and the multitudes thronged him. Now a woman uh, of a flow of blood for 12 years, who had spent her livelihood on physicians and could not be healed by any, came from behind him and touched him, and immediately she was healed. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" And everybody was like, "I don't know." And Peter was like, "Dude, everybody's touching you. Like, it's like a thing. Everybody is touching you right now." And Jesus is like, "No, no, no, no. Somebody sick touched me. I know it because I can feel it." Um, now, when the woman saw that, when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling and did the face thing. And she was like, "No, I did it. And I was healed immediately." And he was like, "Go ahead, you're fine. Go away." While he was still speaking, someone came from his house saying, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble this guy." And Jesus is like, "I already walked this far and she is sleeping." When he came into the house, he permitted no one to go in but Peter and the sons of thunder and the father and mother of the girl. Now all wept and mourned for her. And he is like, "Look, I told you she was faking it." And they were like, "Ha ha, no." And he's like, "Ha ha, yeah." Like it's a thing that's happening, right? And he's like, "Come on, get up. Stop faking it." And then she got up. And he was like, "Give her something to eat because all that fake sleeping makes people tired." And her parents were astonished. But he was like, "Don't tell no one. I know you're in a house full of people right now, but shh." And that's the end of that chapter. How many minutes are we at? Oh, 28 minutes. We did pretty good. Chapter 9 is so long. Man, it's so long. I don't know. General Piggy, are you still here? I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody might be here anymore. And that would be okay, I think. Because that means I can probably go do the things I was supposed to do yesterday. I don't know. But is anybody still here? Because I'll just go ahead and end it. We're at a half hour. Who's live? Probably nobody. Nobody. Okay, well, fuck it. Then we'll just do chapter 9. I don't care. Okay. Then he called the 12 disciples and gave them power and authority over demons to cure diseases. He sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. And he said, don't take nothing. Because, well, you're not going to need anything. And whatever house you enter, stay there. And from there depart. And whoever will not receive you, when you go out of that city, shake the dust from your feet as a testimony against them. So they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Now Herod heard of all that was done by him, and he was perplexed, because it was said by some that John the Baptist has risen from the dead, and by others they said it's Elijah or one of the old prophets. And Herod said, I beheaded John. But who is this I hear such things? So he sought to see him. Okay. Sensationalism, because I don't think that happened. Okay. And the apostles, when they had returned, told him all that they had done. Then he took them and went aside privately to a deserted place called Bethsaida. But when the multitudes knew it, they followed his shiny piles of shit, and he received them. He took them and he received them and spoke to them about the kingdom of God and healed those who had need of healing. When they began to wear away, the 12 came and said, send the multitude away so they can go stimulate the economy, for we are in a deserted place. And he was like, no, y'all give them something to eat, right? Y'all give them something to eat. And they were like, we've got 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. We have barely enough for you. Unless we go and buy food. But there's like 5,000 people, and I don't think anybody wants to bake that amount of bread. Then he was like, make them sit down. It's fine. And then he took his bread and his fish, and he was like, Dad, we need fish sandwich. And God was like, I already gave you food. And Jesus is like, it's for other people. And God's like, well, I guess so. Okay. Then he gave them to the disciples to set before the multitude. So they all ate and were filled, and the 12 baskets. I'm getting tired. And 12 baskets of leftover fragments were taken up by them. And it happened as he was done praying that his disciples joined him, and he asked them, saying, so who do these people think I am? And they're like, some old kind of prophet. And Jesus is like, who do you say I am? And Peter is like, you're the Son of God, but I'm actually going to deny you, even though I truly believe God is your dad, but I'm not going to stick up for you. Just like these other Pharisees that you helped that didn't stick up for you. I'm going to do the same thing. but I believe you're the Son of God. And Jesus is like, don't ever say that again. But listen, I gotta tell you what's about to happen because it's highly important. The Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected. Look, these people are going to treat me like shit. And it's going to be a good time for everybody but me. Yeah. But, why does Jesus talk about himself in third person? Okay. So it says, he will be killed and raised on the third day. Then he. Oh, poor little Charlie. Okay, and then Jesus was like, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. And not fornicate and tell everybody how fornicating is bad. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Wait. Take up his cross and follow me. For whoever desires to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and himself is destroyed or lost? Whoever is ashamed of me and my words, of him the Son of Man will be ashamed. Oh, that sounds like Peter and also Paul. When he comes in his own glory and in the glory of the holy angels. Listen, I'm telling you that there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the kingdom of God. See, I think you see that stuff right before you die. I don't know. But it might be you see this stuff right before you die. Where am I at? Oh, right here. Now it came to pass about 8 days after this that he took Peter, the sons of thunder, and went up to the mountain to pray. And as he prayed, the appearance of his face was altered, and his robe became white and glistening. And behold, 2 men talked with him, who were Moses and Elijah, who appeared in glory and spoke of his decease, which he was about to accomplish at Jewland. Sensationalism, because how do they know what they talked about? But then if they did talk about this, Peter straight interrupted them. And, oh, here we go. But Peter and those with him were heavy with sleep, and they were fully awake. And when they were fully awake, they saw his glory and the 2 men who stood with him. Then it happened, as they were parting from him, that Peter said, should we build you something, should something be built for you? Okay. Yeah, should we build something for you? Not knowing what he said. Now, while he was saying this, see, Peter didn't know what Elijah and Moses said. But up here, it's like they were talking about this. How do they know that? They don't. It's made up. But then, as he was still talking, a cloud came over him and was like,
Shut up, Peter! Peter! You cowardly asshole! Shut up! You talk too much. Shut up.
and then when God was done saying that, Jesus appeared just regular. And then as they were walking down the hill, Jesus is like, don't tell nobody about this, because if you do, I'll deny it. And then you'll look stupid. So don't tell anybody until after I die. Because then I can't deny it. So, and people will believe you that you said these things. Yeah. Anyway. Now, it happened on the next day when they came down from the mountain that a great multitude following his shiny piles of shit met him. Suddenly, a man cried out, saying, Look, my son is really sick, and your disciples could do nothing for him. And Jesus is like, What? And he's like, They can't do anything. So Jesus, like, bring him here. And Jesus cast it out of him. And then his disciples were like, Why can't we do that? And Jesus is like, Oh, yeah, prayer and fasting. That's the only way to get rid of that kind, is prayer and fasting. Yeah, I don't know how you were going to know that, but now you know that. Knowing's half the battle. Okay. But while everyone marveled at all the things that Jesus did, he said to his disciples, Let these words sink to your ears, for the Son of Man is about to be betrayed into the hands of men. But they didn't understand, and it was hidden from them, so they did not perceive it. But they were afraid that he said this. I'm like, the fuck? I don't know what that means. Okay. Then a dispute was among them who would be the greatest. And Jesus, perceiving the thought of their heart, took a little child and set him by him and said, Whoever receives a little child in my name receives me, and who receives me receives the one who sent me. For the least among you will be great. Now John answered and said, We saw someone casting out demons in your name, but we stopped him. And Jesus is like, Who made you my manager? No one. Who are you to stop anybody from doing anything? You're literally a fisherman, so shut the fuck up. Who are you to be my manager? My manager is God, not you. Don't tell people what to do. Because if he's doing it in my name, he's fine to do it. So leave him alone. Now it came to pass when the time had come for him to be received up that he steadfastly set his face to go to Jewland. He's speeding up his demise. Jesus, I don't know if it's brave or stupid, but he's purposely now speeding up his demise. And this is saying it right here. He's like ready to go. And sent messengers before his face. And as they went, they entered a village of Samaritans to prepare for him. But they did not receive him because his face was set for Jewland. And when his disciples, James and John, saw this, they said, do you want us to like kill them and stuff? We could like make fire and whatnot probably out of the sky. And Jesus is like, shut up, stupid. Like, that is so dumb. Shut up. He said, you do not know what you're even talking about because I'm not coming to destroy. I'm coming to save. I know earlier I was like, I'm going to fuck everything up. And I am going to fuck everything up. But it's more like metaphorically and mentally and emotionally, not so much physically. Mostly it's going to be emotionally fucking shit up because people are going to deal with me with emotion and stupidity, but mostly emotion and part stupidity because people don't know what they're doing. Kind of like you guys right now don't know what you're doing. You're just being led by blind people. Now, they went to another village, and as they journeyed, someone said to him, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. You'll be like all the other cowards. Shut up. And that's what he said. Just come and follow me. And he was like, let me go bury my dad. And Jesus is like, he's dead. What do you got to do? Nothing. Because he's dead. It'll be fine. So come on. And then another said, let me go say bye to my family. And Jesus is like, no one having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. Yeah. So if you're about to die or about to go into death, but decide that you don't want to, you're probably not going to heaven. You gotta be ready to go and ready to do it. Hey, General Piggy, welcome back. Welcome back. So we're all done. And I think Dustin left to go see what we got to do to buy this house. Well, what the next step is. Because we did the first step, finding out how much it is. Now we got to go find out what to do next. It's a good time. And actually, it's not a good time. It's quite nerve-wracking. Actually, it's really quite nerve-wracking, especially because there's nothing I can do but sit here. But how is yours going? because I don't want you to be in a bad boat either. We just got to figure out what the next step is. And when we figure out the next step, we'll know where to go. Got no clue. Well, wouldn't be the first step be look for a place, right? We kind of got lucky because we've been in this house so long that um we've been in this house so long, all of our stuff is here. And it would be easier to just buy the house we live in. No, you can't get drunk. You gotta look for a place. You know, maybe like a little one bedroom efficiency where your bedroom is your living room, your kitchen, and your bathroom is offset a little bit. Um, Something like that to get you on your feet, to get something better, to motivate you to get something better. You gotta start small. And I know homeless is as small as you can start, but they make studios and efficiencies. Unless you're married or got a partner or something like that, then it is probably difficult. They are all near people. Oh, shut up. Everywhere is near people. Unless you have the money to go buy yourself some land in Tennessee. I live in a shed if the law allowed, but they do not. If they don't know, and if the shed is kind of set behind your house and no one can see you, you could live in a shed. You would just have to have a place that had running water and a bathroom. Although I lived in a camper one time that didn't have any running water, any electricity, it didn't have anything. And I peed in a bucket for like 6 months. Yeah, it was some crazy shit. Yep. No, my boobs aren't that big. I keep trying to tell you. My boobs have been flat since second grade. They've literally been the same size since second grade. It's kind of annoying. But my mom said boob jobs are bad. It's like I like to have a boob job. But I wouldn't get nothing crazy. I would just get even boobs that aren't triangles. Dude, they really are. And my boobs do look retarded. Really, I swear to God, you're absolutely right. Aren't your legs? Fuck. Oh, yeah, my legs don't work very well. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, I can't do jumping jacks. But if I get up early enough in the morning, I do those stretches with classical chick. Although I don't know where she's been for like the last couple times that I've been jolted awake at 3 o'clock in the morning for no apparent reason. So if you won't tell a person who can fucking stand to stand, then don't tell me I need to live near fucking people. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I can stand. I just can't do a lot of standing. I just showed you I had pants on at the beginning of this video. I can stand. And, and, like, if you moved to, like, you're in Pennsylvania, right? I don't like being around the people in Pennsylvania either. Hey, especially in Philadelphia, gets you in nothing but trouble. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I don't know what part of Pennsylvania you're in, but I do know that there are parts in Philadelphia that aren't around a lot of people. Not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that don't live around a lot of people. But I haven't been to Pennsylvania in almost 15 years. You know, I think in Oregon you can kind of do that, but also you could, if you lived in your car, you could sleep like in your car in a Walmart parking lot. And you can take showers at the YMCA for like $1. Well, you got to buy the dollar package or whatever, but you can shower there. And agoraphobia is some terrible shit. I think that I'm becoming agoraphobic. And it's not something I was born with. I think it's something I'm developing. Although, yesterday I finally went and seen my neighbors because I my neighbors are good to me. Actually, they treat me real nice because I'm slow and special. Special like Ed, not like a special person. I don't give a shit about me. I've got an old time. Oh, yeah. I also, well, I can understand that not wanting to leave because of an animal. I'm having that problem. I don't give a shit about me. I gotta, yeah. Well, then you might have to wait, you know? Stick it out for the puppy. Well, I guess it's not a puppy, it's an old dog, but that's still a puppy. Poor thing. She's big. I can't put her in the car. Yeah, you might have to. You might have to stick it out for the doggy. Plus, at her age, on the way out, she would break a leg trying to. Yeah, that's true. You might have to stick it out for the puppy, General Piggy. I care. I care about. We should drink. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. As a matter of fact, I'm out of alcohol anyway. Remember, I drank the last bit on St. Patty's Day because I accidentally drank a whole bunch of it on my medication. Remember? I actually did that twice. Once on my birthday and once the other week. Well, whatever your housing situation is, you might have to stick it out for the baby. It's not a choice. It's not a choice, as a matter of fact. You're absolutely right. I love when you make my brain make sense. It's amazing. You were made for this channel. But you know what we could drink? We could drink some coffee. Oh, somebody's kicking you out. Mm, yeah, that is some shit. General Piggy. Damn. Damn. Well, you know what you might have to do, General Piggy? And it's the most douchiest thing, but I've had to do it. Become a hobo. HOBO sexual. That, yes, yes, that's exactly. I also didn't want to do it either because, well, people just absolutely fucking suck. You're right about that. But sometimes it's necessary. Or find a fat chick. No, 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 no. Somebody who gets in a relationship for a place to live. Like how fat girls get boyfriends. Well, hot chicks have low self esteem, and you have a dog. Girls love dogs. That's how a lot of girls get themselves mixed up with killers sometimes. They use dogs. So you could find one, sweet talk your way into her house, and then never leave. And 20 years ago, I think that's what I did to Dustin. I sweet talked myself into his life and never left. But then you got things like emotions. Once you force yourself to be in a situation, you find yourself liking that person. And then, next thing you know, you live 20 years together. Yeah, but they're people with slits, you know? And who knows, she may be a freak, you know? One of those spinner chicks that can sit on it and spin. I've seen a girl like that one time, but like the legs had to be different, but you could turn her on the pogo stick. It might have been a porn trick, but I seen it. It doesn't work like that, General Piggy. Sometimes it does. But I don't know, maybe I stay fat because I'm obsessed with protein powder in my coffee. But because I'm mostly sedentary and can't move, I think that's why I gained all the weight I lost back. Because that protein powder is so fucking delicious. It's a real problem that I have. But I don't drink a lot of protein powder. I got a little tablespoon scoop that I put in my coffee. But the other detrimental thing I do to my weight is I blend peanut butter in with my coffee and it tastes like circus peanuts. It's like the most amazing shit ever. And Dustin will not buy me peanut butter because I do that. And he's like, nope, nope, you're not doing that ever again. Nope. And I was like, but just a little bit. And he's like, nope. So he buys me sunflower butter, and I can't put that in my coffee. It's not very good. I tried. So he buys me that instead of peanut butter. So I don't put it in my coffee. Here, here is attractive things, and then there's not. Something disgusts the fuck out of me. Body parts not being where I think should be is one of them. That is the biggest problem you would have with me because my boobs, yeah, my boobs are way uneven and they should be up more, but they're down more. Yeah. If my boobs were bigger, they would probably be like, here's my boob. So if they were bigger, they would probably be closer to my belly button. Man, I love making fun of myself. It's one of the greatest things because then I don't have to make fun of other people. Man, General Piggy, you must be one of the most attractive people in the world. Because ugly people really don't have a preference. I don't hate people. Yeah, you just hate the way people treat themselves. I could see that. People get fat because they feel some kind of way about themselves, so they treat themselves bad. Yeah, I totally get it, and that's how I am. Uh, well, I'm one of those ones that treats myself bad. No, I'm not. I hold myself to the same standards. I'm not. Are you super grossly fat? Because I've seen really grossly fat people, like grossly fat, have like these super standards for women. They want them super skinny, real thin. It's like if you guys were to do it missionary, you would fucking crush her. Like, fucking stop it. Not fat at all. I'm more. Oh, so you're like bloated. Good. And stay stop drinking. and don't think about drinking. But what you should do instead of thinking about drinking is finding uh, an efficiency or something for you and the puppy. Big skeleton. Ooh, that is way skinny. I, I, I like big men. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind a muscular man, but muscular men is a lifestyle and that I'm way too lazy for. Can I tell you what I got yelled at? Still can't eat right. Nah, I can't either. But when you're stressing out over things like every single fucking day of your life, it's hard to do things right because every time you do something right, something goes wrong. So you might as well just not do it. I don't leave, so I haven't been to a doctor in 15 years. I Do you want to hear why my friend won't talk to me anymore? If I drank water, I puked. It was really bad. Oh, yeah. If water's making you throw up, you probably got a stomach problem, like a stomach virus or something. I don't know. Hi, everyone. Welcome, chat in the chat. Give me the red pills. I probably earn them. I am a sage. I do sagely things, probably. Did they tell you what it was? Well, you know what? You don't even have to tell me if they told you what it was. It's probably none of my business, but you're telling me everything else. And I passed someone's nursing exam for them one time, so I know things. And we're in a safe place. We're in Jesus' spaceship. No, how could they tell me what it was when they don't fucking. Oh, oh, that's true. Don't yell at me, old man. I need to smoke. You don't listen. Well, you only tell me short things, and I gotta try to guess. Wait, let's smoke a cigarette. Well, I'm already smoking a cigarette. And does that mean you're leaving me? Don't leave me. Oh, you did leave me. He's a. Mm, don't be a butthole. I don't smoke cigs, and I think people who do are dirty. Dude, I am dirty as it comes. I'm a dirty girl. Dirty, dirty, dirty girl. I'm mostly just kidding. I'm not a dirty girl anymore. Well, except for that I smoke weed and I smoke cigarettes. Some people find those things gross, and that's okay because I don't kiss anybody anyway. Did you know, like, the 20 some odd years Dustin and I have been together, I think we've only kissed like 3 times. I have always thought that. I don't really hear though. It's really true. Like the women in the 50s used to say, women who smoke poke. That is so true. I do. I think that's kind of where I'm at. It's one of those, well, what else can I do? Ow, that didn't even hurt. So, General Piggy, what do you think about marriage? I should ask, well, I'm not asking you to marry me, but what do you think about it? Yeah, it's just one of those. What else can I do? I could get really super fat, or I could just smoke the cigarette and not eat. I'm okay with that. Although, did you know that's how you get the most fat? Is when you skip meals and then eat something at like after you starve your body and then you eat something, you get way fatter. It is supposed to mean something, but what? I suppose it doesn't anymore. Not in this country. Some people get married for the right reasons. Other people get married for the control it gives you over the other person. And then a lot of people also get married so they can escape their past and act like their past didn't happen. Uh, like, what's her face that married the prince that decided he wasn't a prince anymore? She married a prince and lied about her past so she could get far away from it. Yes, but I heard gay people really only want to get married for the tax benefits of being married. Although I think even like they take away half of the woman's stuff for the man when it comes to the tax. So 50% of her bracket bracket. It's something stupid. So really, marriage really isn't even worth it. They punish you for being married. Other than it giving you actual benefits, it punishes you. So, like, if people are smart, they don't get married because you get punished for being married. Yeah, marriage is a punishment, but I think Dustin might be waiting for me. I'm not totally sure. Hold on. Hey, are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me? I was just wondering. Okay, he might not be waiting for me, but also he might be lying. No, it's not what it's supposed to be. And I asked Dustin because it's mostly me that doesn't want to get married. Because, well, it would fuck up everything. It would just totally fuck up our whole life if we were to get married. And I asked him earlier, are you mad? And he's like, no, it's more of a punishment to be married. And I was like, you know what? It really is, because he pointed out it will fuck up everything. Hey, and yeah, that's not how it's supposed to be. But when you get married, everything gets put together and everything falls on the man. So if the woman gets a job, her income becomes his income, which puts you on a totally different tax bracket. And then she loses 50% of her wages to go with the man's wages, which puts you above what your actual income is. Or it works something like that. I'm not exactly a tax expert, but I know married people and like the woman can't get a job because it fucks up the taxes. Or something like that. Yeah, but I can't really say that on a live stream. Yeah, but that's one of those things that I'm not supposed to say in a live stream. But again, I'm not a tax expert, and my terrible parenting and my decisions also kind of fucked that up for the people that I know who taught me about taxes. Yeah, I did that. Does he need food? Hmm, I don't know. But how are we on this conversation? I don't know. Hmm. How are we? I don't know. I don't know. Done, I guess. Well, what do you want to talk about? Because I am here for you. I give my sagely advice, although I guess I'm really bad at giving you sagely advice. But it's also like you don't tell me the whole thing. It's really, or maybe I'm just not reading the stuff right. From now on, I'm just going to let you say it and then tell me when you're done so I can answer it better. Something. I need to learn how to do things. Not bad at it, but you beyond half. Is that Road Dog? It is Road Dog. I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah. And, like, I don't, I mean, I am not you. No, but you are now a part of me. You have become someone I look forward to seeing. Yeah, and then when you don't show up, I bring you up all the time. I'm like, General Piggy's not here. And I do have a tendency to be beyond a lot of things because I either understand things way too simple or I understand them way too complex. I'm never in the middle. I'm either way this way or way this way. Never in the sweet spot, which I need to learn to be in the sweet spot. I need to learn to find the G spot. I'm really bad at finding the, I'm like a virgin. I don't know where the spot is. Just got me a new Chromebook. You are on every day, multiple times a day. Well, that's okay. And as a matter of fact, I was streaming that many times a day because I paid for the hours to do that. And I thought, well, I'm fucking paying for it. I might as well use it. So I used it. But with everything going on the way it's going on, I can't pay for that many hours anymore. So it'll be fine. I'll be back to one time a day and at nighttime. Because I think Dustin thinks I was streaming too much also, but it's like I paid for it, I might as well use it. And nobody comes on here to hang out with me, so I might as well be doing something. Damn, something's on my face again. I don't know. Something's on my face. I don't know. Can you guys see anything on my face? I can't see anything on my face. True, plus other people get on at other times. Oh, well, just know I do look forward to seeing your little name pop up over there. And Road Dog, I'm glad that you're back because I also noticed you were gone. Although I did see you at uh, Neo's chat, and I thought, man, I must have said something bad again. And I know that asshat guy never shows up, but I tried real desperately to keep that guy on my channel. I did. I was desperate. I wanted that guy to join my chat. He was the first person that ever joined my chat. And I was real desperate for that guy. Because I think I accidentally kept offending him. So I would message him, like, come back. And he'd be like, I'm not that important. I'd be like, but you are that important. But then other people came and he just quit coming. But he does like my videos still, which is cool. Okay. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Every time I get on camera, I feel like something's on my face. No, it's okay. It's okay. I need to get used to people leaving, but I, I, I do. I need to get used to that. But I just find everybody that comes into my chats like to be awesome people because really only awesome people could hang out at a place like this. I just like you have to be a very special kind of person to deal with the madness that comes from my channel. And you guys should feel super special because you are super special people. Because again, I'm for very specific people. I'm very niche. And niche people are fucking awesome. Like that guy Ghoul or the Tales from the Crypt guy. You know, people like that. Very special people that tell very, very special stories. And I feel like I'm not creative enough to tell my own story, but I'm creative enough to tell somebody else's story. That's real life. But I do need Matt to message me back because I really do need to end this subscription before I really do get myself in trouble. Because me getting in trouble always ends up really bad for everybody. And then people end up crying and feelings end up getting hurt. And it's usually my feelings. I don't know. But I don't want that to happen because there hasn't been an argument in a long time. But I also haven't accidentally spent too much money in a long time either. I'm not a kid. I don't like to be told. Me. Not fuck me. Special people are good people. And you don't have to be a special people. You can just be a weirdo. Because I am just a weirdo. But I'm just saying, very particular people can handle my very particular self. What does that guy say from Taken? I have a very particular set of skills. And my very particular set of skills is telling other people's stories. That's all we can do. And again, that's what I mean by like special people. Like people that are not afraid. That's what I should have said. People who are not afraid. But do you see what I'm saying, General Piggy? I freak out because I think people are leaving. Because it's like, no, don't leave my house. I got coffee, I got cigarettes, I have weed. You don't have to leave. That's why people won't come here because I try to get them to stay. I'm like that lonely old man or lonely old woman that gets that one visitor and just wants to keep them there. The crazy cat lady, that's me. Because even when Dustin leaves, I follow him on that 360 app. I follow everywhere he goes and I watch him come back because I sit here so alone. And he's about to be working second shift. So I might come on here just because I heard a noise and it freaked me out. So maybe I should be paying for that extra streaming because I'm really not scared. I've been here at night by myself alone and I can sleep just fine. But second shift scares the living hell out of me. Like it's like mm-mm. But I watch too much true crime and just a lot of the shit happens in the middle of the day. And it's like, ooh, I don't want to be here by myself in the middle of the day because I got to keep the door open for the cats. And it kind of freaks me out a little bit. I understand what you mean. Oh, well, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it like that. Like a kid. I just, well, I mostly say it like that to make myself feel kind of some kind of way because it makes me feel like I'm special calling you special because you being special and watching me means I'm special and I like it, you know, some stupid reverse psychology bullshit. Yeah, it was stupid reverse psychology. See, I'm no good at that. Man, sometimes, do you ever feel like a puppet? Sometimes I feel like a puppet. I know you don't. That's why I said I understand. I don't like how you say it. It's just a personal preference. Anyway. Okay. Well, then, can I call you? Uh, I'll just call you General Piggy, and I'll call you Awesome. Yeah, why didn't I just say awesome instead of special? I should just said awesome because I meant awesome, not special. But being special doesn't mean you're no. Being special is a kid word. Yeah, I should have used a grown up word. Man, I'm not very smart. Oh well. Did I tell you what I did earlier when I got in the shower? I got in the shower with my socks on because I didn't even realize I had socks on. But in the middle of my shower, I realized I had socks on. Has anybody else ever gotten in the shower with their socks on? I might be the only person in the world that got in the shower with my socks on. But I also think I'm the only person in the world that puts their underwear on backwards and just wears them all day. Because I've done that. Actually, I think I did that yesterday. Yeah, I did it. And I was like, I don't even have a thong. Why is my underwear going up my butt? And it's like, oh yeah, they're backwards. Yeah, I'm not changing them. Oh, big baby, I like it a lot. Oh, yeah, speaking of I like it a lot, which has nothing to do with anything, but that guy who sings Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. Yeah, that guy died. You make everything groovy. Yeah, that's probably my theme song. No, actually, my theme song is by Blackfoot. It's called Train Train because I'm just a raggedy hobo. Yeah, I love that song because I'm a raggedy hobo. Just a raggedy hobo. Yeah, that happened. Actually, that didn't happen. I've never been south ever. But you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go south to Tennessee. Is that considered the South? I always thought Tennessee was the North, but I think Ohio's the North also, but it's considered the South. And it's like, or it's considered, yeah, the South. Michigan is Midwest, and I don't even know how that happened. I don't know. The places you would consider North or South. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just a raggedy hobo. Seriously, though, is there something on my face? No. Have you ever heard that song before, General Piggy? Because if I was to ever become a wrestler, that would be my wrestling entrance music. It would start with the harmonica, like right at the end, the and then I would come out and it'd be like boom, ba boom, 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 that little thing that it does. And then I'd go skip it to the ring. And then when I get to the ring, it'd be like, I'm just a raggedy hobo. Yeah. Man, I thought about it and everything, and I can't even wrestle. But if I was to be a wrestler, since I was a kid, that would be my ring music. That or something by Cradle of Phil, because I need to get hype. Or maybe, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to change it to Cradle of Phil because there is no ring music in Cradle of Filth. At least you could turn Blackfoot into ring music. Yeah, that's what I feel like just happened to my face. Oh, that's what's her face. Animal behavior, ain't it? I like those glasses. As a matter of fact, I had those glasses. I had the $20 glasses at Walmart. Those were the $20 glasses. Well, hers probably weren't $20, but the ones I had were $20. They were the cheapest ones at the eyeglass place. And, you know, my inner Jew was like, oh, it's only $20. I got $20. The cheapest ones there. Boom, 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 boom. I wonder if the sticker Severe made for me says it came from Severe. Take the red eye train to Memphis. Lord, she's southern bound. Dun, dun, dun. Damn, we talked a lot, General Piggy. Oh, it does say made by Severe. Look, so I can always be like, this was made special for me. Yep, only cost me $1. And actually, it didn't cost me anything. Oh, I think I got it. Maybe it was just hair. Okay, so General Piggy, I know I didn't make you feel better because, well, I don't know how, but I do know things get better before they get worse and opportunities open before they close. Well, actually, that's not exactly. No, opportunities open. It's up to you to take them, but they do close. But other than that, I don't know anything, and I don't know if any opportunities actually happen for you because I don't exactly know. But I do know you have a dog to take care of, and God's not going to let a dog suffer a lot because, well, everybody loves dogs. Oh, good, good. I'm so glad. I'm in a better mood than when I came in. Awesome. Look, if you were to be a wrestler, what would your ring music be? Like, I'm on this wrestling kick because Violent J is going to wrestle on Thursday. And it's so exciting. And I might actually go live and watch that live. But I hope, like, something stupid doesn't come up. Like his brother runs in and kicks him out of his house because he's wrestling. I will fucking die. I'd be like, let that fat ass motherfucker wrestle. But he's not as fat as he used to be, so I shouldn't say that. But let that motherfucker wrestle. Because he already had his retirement match in Japan. But he hasn't wrestled for JCW in a long time. So maybe he'll be able to wrestle in his own wrestling company and win. Wouldn't it be amazing? But anyway, if you were to wrestle, you guys, what would your ring music be? I'm just a raggedy hobo. And I think, oh yeah, something crazy like Eminem stands on. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because then you could come out like, you know, like a mentally ill person and be all disturbed like mankind and shit. But you would be Stan. So you would be super obsessed with wrestling one person that won't wrestle you. Something like that. There you go. That's a perfect wrestling song. Bitch, I'ma kill you. I'ma be another rapper dead, popping off at the mouth or something I said. Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah, because then you could take on Randy Orton or something like that, and you could be a badass. Yeah, do that one. Yeah, but make sure you start it off with, "Bitch, I'ma kill you." Yeah, exactly. What is another good one? Um, oh, the "You Make Me Puke" song. Uh, I don't even remember it, but it's about puking, about seeing an ugly chick. Ain't nothing but a slut to me. Yeah, I only remember the rapper part. I'm gonna be another rapper dead, popping out the mouth or something. I said, "Bitch, I'm gonna kill you." Yeah, that would be a good song to come out to, though, for real, cause it's hype. It'd have you like, "Ugh, I'm gonna kill you." Yeah, you could go against Randy Orton and fuck him up. Oh, yeah. It's something about da 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 da. Uh, it's a words. Mm, damn. I don't remember the words to that song, but I haven't heard it in a long time. I was more of an ICP person than um I was more of an ICP person than an Eminem person. Although I do have to say Eminem's first album was fire. The Slim Shady shit was fire. But and some of D12 was okay. Just play different of his crazy songs as entrants in different events. You know what? I don't think anybody's ever done that before. I think Mick Foley, he only had entrance music and exit music, and he's the only one that has that. So, yeah, you could do a different song every event. Absolutely. That, that is a great idea. But see, the thing with ICP is Violent J uses chicken hunting as his ring music, but I don't think any of the ICP songs are good intro music to wrestle. Like they're not good wrestling songs. But I did think of a finishing move. Oh yeah. Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love. Yeah, they were badasses. But while all of them got famous, I was in jail. I was in juvie. Bang bang. I went to juvie right before ECW went bankrupt. Oh, things are happening. Bitch, I'ma kill you. I'ma be another rapper dead. Why? Why is that song stuck in my head? Oh my god, we're at 2 hours. Nobody's gonna watch us. uh, okay. We do gotta get off here though. Yeah, we're at the same age, remember? No, I didn't remember, but now I remember. Man, we're like soulmates, General Piggy. I'm mostly just kidding about that. But you were definitely made for this channel for sure. Ah, baby. Okay. So, what else are we thinking of? Oh, but Road Dogg never answered what his wrestling music would be. November, I'll be 41. Oh, yeah, isn't your birthday in August? Something. Your birthday was in August, right? I'm pretty sure. You said your birthday was in August. I thought, or at least I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking it's August. Because you're not a Leo, you're the other one, right? Capricorn. Oh, March 23rd. Oh, you didn't even tell me it was your birthday. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. Gonna party like it's your birthday. Yeah. Did you see me? My chest just partied for you. Okay, it's time to take medicine. And it's 4 o'clock. Probably means.
The time is 4 p.m. What do you call a cold canine? A chili dog.
What do you call a cold canine?
Have a good one.
Oh, come on. This is so easy. What do you call a cold canine? Aw, General Piggy, you should know this one. No, you call it a chili dog. Google just told me that. Bitch, I'ma kill you. Damn it. Get the hell out of my head. I don't even like Eminem. Who the hell's birthday's in August? Now I'm curious. Because somebody whose birthday is in August. Well, my brother's birthday's in August. I got another brother born 6 days from now. He said, you don't want to fuck with Shady, 'cause Shady will kill you. Oh, actually, I just said a bad word on YouTube and cut out the wrong word. I'm an asshole. Trying not to get deleted. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. I notice people watching again. Join the chat. What would be your wrestling entrance music? If you know your wrestling entrance music, go ahead and comment what they are. And Road Dogg never answered what his would be. Okay, General Piggy, what would be your finishing move? I thought of a finishing move like getting someone in an arm drag, like off the rope or something, getting them in an arm drag, a face first arm drag, and calling it the face plan of destiny. Could you imagine that? Oh my god, she just pulled off the face plan of destiny. 1, 2, 3. Nikki K wins. Yeah, something like that. But I can't wrestle or do an arm drag. But if I could, that would be my music and my finishing move. Said you don't wanna fuck with Shady, 'cause Shady. Finisher called the teabag. Well, you couldn't exactly land on somebody's face, but you could probably land on their chest with like your legs buckled a little bit so it looks like you landed on their face with the tea bag. That would be so fucking clever because X-Pac did the Bronco Buster in the corner and it looked like he was like sticking his pecker in their mouth. You know, bah, bah, bah. But he called it the Bronco Buster instead of the Nut Shot. Yeah, come off the top rope onto the chest and fold your legs in, and it looks like you're sticking your dick in their mouth. Said you don't wanna fuck with Nikki, 'cause Nikki will fucking you. I said it right this time. I only write hardcore rules, so my finish could be something way worse. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't fight. I can get knocked out pretty good, though. You know, this one time I was knocked right out of my pants. Yep. I got knocked out, my pants fell off. It was the coolest, weirdest thing ever. Ooh, you do the ECW shit. You could have like the Mankind Barbie wrapped in barbed wire and then jump off the top rope and hit him in the gut with it and then like, ooh, go down and then 1, 2, 3. General Piggy wins. Something cool like that. Or jump off the top rope and just stick it in their forehead and then 1, 2, 3. Because technically you knocked them out with a barbed wire bat. I don't know. That would be so cool. Said you don't. ECW. Yeah. Did you hear Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame speech? Because Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame speech, whether quite short, it was really good. Said you don't want to quit Shady, 'cause Shady will fucking kill you. Damn it. That song needs to get out of my head. EC Dub. EC Dub. Yeah. Before, like, before the wrestlers went to WWF, like Flash Funk used to be what the hell was his name in ECW? But anyway, when Flash Funk went from ECW to WWF, they made him suck on purpose. The only ones they didn't make suck on purpose was the Dudley Boys. And then when WCW went to WWF, it's like they changed them and they became shitty and they're not not good wrestlers anymore because Chris Jericho was one of my favorite WCW wrestlers. And then he went to WWF and he just sucked. It was terrible. The same with Chris Benoit. You know, he did what he did, whatever. I still think Vince McMahon had something to do with that because a lot of the wrestlers from who came from Stu Hart ended up mysteriously dead. And I think, and also the same with the Rhodes family. Like, Vince McMahon was literally trying to get rid of the dynasty families that were dynasty families before WWF. And then he had to take them into WWF and ruin them all, or attempted to ruin them all. And if he couldn't ruin them, they became mysteriously dead. And I think Vince McMahon had a lot to do with the mysterious deaths of certain wrestlers from certain places. Like he tried to ruin Dusty Rhodes. He tried to ruin Dustin Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was too young for Vince McMahon, so he got a fair shake. But Vince McMahon tries to ruin every wrestler that he didn't come up with. Yeah, yeah. It was the black guy, Scorpio. That was his name. And he changed him to Flash Funk. And then all of a sudden he sucked. Rey Mysterio. WCW ruined that guy. They took his mask off and everything and just ruined him. But then he came back and he did it on his own. And then people just loved that guy. So Vince McMahon couldn't really get rid of him. But I think the thing that happened with Bret Hart and Goldberg did that on purpose, but I think he got orders to do it because Vince McMahon was already going into buying WCW. And because he had all that heat with Bret Hart, I think he had him injured like that on purpose. So he couldn't go back to wrestling because he killed his brother with that faulty bullshit. Did I say Owen Hart? Because I meant Owen Hart. Yeah. Flash Funk was a good wrestler before Vince McMahon didn't come up with his gimmick, so he got ruined. And most all the wrestlers who Trump didn't come up with their gimmick got ruined. Or what's his name? Vince McMahon didn't come up with their gimmicks, so he ruined them. Like Diamond Dallas Page, ruined that guy. And I think he does what he does to piss on the wrestling business. He's like, oh yeah, you can ruin these guys. Well, I can make them better. Fuck you, WWF. He'll never admit to that, but that's really what I think it is. He's shitting on the wrestling business. And Diamond Dallas Page was my favorite wrestler. Yep. And I've noticed that Diamond Cutter might be the Stunner, only your hands are shaped different. It was the original Stunner. But you know, I've only started watching wrestling again like earlier this year because I forgot how much I love that shit. But I've mostly only been watching JCW at Juggalo Wrestling on Thursdays. But me and my dad were talking about it earlier. I don't like women wrestling. There's just something about a woman wrestling. It's not very attractive. Like women doing men's sports is not attractive to me. Like, and I'm I'm one of those women that tell women they're beautiful. I'm one of those women that'll tell women when they have a nice looking butt. Like, I'll do that, and I'll be like, no homo, but that ass is fine. No homo. I'm not kidding, though. Those pants look great on you. But when it comes to women doing men's sports, even basketball, nobody wants to fucking see that. Nobody gives a shit. You should be doing woman things. But for some reason, equality matters. And it's like, women don't wrestle good. Women don't play basketball good. Women don't play football good. Don't nobody want to see that shit. And then they're like, we don't get paid the same. It's because nobody wants to see you do that shit. No, nobody wants to see a woman do man things because men should be doing men things. And if you want an all wrestling woman league, then go for it. But we don't need to take a break to watch girls wrestle for 2 minutes because they're not very good at it. But again, that's just my opinion. Other people might be like, women wrestlers are the greatest ever. Like, okay, but not really. They push it way too hard, but now all them young kids love it because the schools fuck them up. Yes, yes. And maybe it's just my generation because there was even women wrestlers in my generation. But they did shit like bras and panty matches. They did shit like wrestling in thongs and stuff. Like, that was worth watching. It was entertaining. But, like, if you're just taking an intermission to watch girls wrestle, it's like, why? And I think that might be what it is. They're trying to push all the older people out of the market because they know we don't want to see that shit. So they're just making it more prevalent. But like my dad said, if the women were really to go up to these men and fight these men, there would be no match. Kind of like what we've seen in MMA. Like that women shouldn't be doing men's things. Like women that go to war. Why? But I'm not gonna even lie. It's probably easier doing those things than to be a housewife. Because this housewife shit is for the birds. I would go and wrestle instead of do laundry. Absolutely. Even though I can't wrestle, I pretend like I can. Just so I don't have to do the dishes. Man, I'm a walking conundrum. And that shit's probably not easier than washing the dishes. But anything other than washing the dishes. But you guys, we do have to get out of here though. Because I do think Dustin's secretly waiting on me. Oh my God, we're almost at 2.5 hours. We're at 2 minutes and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we should probably get going. So, General Piggy and everybody else watching, I thank you for watching. I highly appreciate it. And I love you so much. And if by some reason you want to watch this all the way through, even the Bible reading, watch it on 2 times speed. And also, also, um, I don't remember. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I remember. I'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight with some more of the story of Solomon because I don't remember what he's going to do, but I think he's about to go fight somebody. Not exactly sure. But anyway, I do got to get out of here because I do think Dustin's waiting for me, although it might be too late to go do what we're going to do. So, I do want to thank you for watching. I want to tell you I love you and come back tonight at 10 for some more Bible stories and communications because I love communicating. If you can't tell, I just spent 2 hours talking about wrestling. So I love you. General Piggy, goodbye. I love you. Road Dog, goodbye. I love you. And I will see y'all later. I don't want to hang up unless you say bye, Piggy. You could just say bye. Like, bye, Nikki. Bye, asshole. See you later, dick fuck. You know, something like that. You could call me names just as long as you say bye. People should say bye, but I'm going to pretend like you said bye to me. As a matter of fact, oh, I can't get. Oh, here we go. No, that's not the right one. I thought I had one of you. Oh, I do. Yeah. You leaving? Of course I am. I have to. There. You said bye to me. That counts because you made that sticker just to tell me bye. Or I'm assuming you did because I used it as you telling me bye. I love you guys so much. Goodbye. Oh no. Something happened. I don't know what the fuck happened.